Hello Beer Geeks, Wes here, the Craft Beer Geek, back again with another Craft Beer Geek beer review. Tonight we're looking at another Florida beer here, trying to stay focused on Florida here, which way the beer community seems to be trending. So I'm going to get some Florida beers in the pipeline here. So this one we have to look at tonight is from Motorworks Brewing out of Bradenton, Florida. This is their Pulp Friction. It's a Grapefruit IPA, comes in at 6.3% alcohol by volume. It's a 2017 gold medalist at the Florida Beer Conference, and it's in a 12-ounce can. So I have actually had this before, so I kind of know what I'm going to get with this, but I'd like to get it on the channel here, share it with you, and let you know what I think of it, and maybe you'll be inspired to seek this one out yourself. I do not know the distribution of Motorworks Brewing. I'm sure it's pretty local to the Florida area, Central Florida area. Bradenton is sort of in the Tampa Bay area. Yeah, let's get this cracked open into a glass and let you know what I think of it. Let you know what it tastes like. Okay, so the Pulp Friction poured out a beautiful, beautiful orangish golden color. Had about maybe one finger head on it when I first poured it out. It's dissipating pretty rapidly. Doesn't seem to want to stick around. I did get a very strong grapefruit juice aroma on the pour. This beer is very, very aromatic. It's very much a fruit juice kind of IPA. If you like that, you're going to like this beer a lot. And yeah, on the nose, it has a very fresh, very strong grapefruit juice aroma. If you're turned off by grapefruit juice, if you don't like grapefruit juice, you're probably not going to like this beer. The aroma, and when we get to the tasting, it follows grapefruit juice quite a bit. If you're drinking along, cheers. Yeah, right off the bat, you're hit with that very, very straightforward, you know it's grapefruit juice when it hits you. A ruby red grapefruit juice, very, very rich, very... hard to explain. Very, very deep and sort of a slightly earthy, slightly piney grapefruit kind of flavor. The body on this is, I would say, it's on the lighter side. It's very nice, very easily drinkable. You're thinking you're drinking a grapefruit juice with the flavors here, but it's definitely lighter than the grapefruit juice. It's more of a it's a pale ale with grapefruit juice in it. It's also drier than you would expect this beer to be. You expect it to be a little bit sweet, but it's really not that sweet. It's definitely a drier beer than you expect. It gives some of that nice blood red grapefruit kind of flavors and aromas without being just sort of a sweet, sticky kind of beer. It's very, very nice in that respect. Very easily drinkable, very refreshing. Not getting much character in the way of malts here. It's kind of just it's a little bit like a Wonder Bread kind of white bread kind of profile going on with the grain here. Just it's there. It's maybe helping to sort of balance out and dry out kind of the beer a bit, but it's not. It doesn't sort of step out in front. It's definitely a fruit-forward beer. You're gonna, it drinks like grapefruit juice, pretty much. Okay, so we're getting down near the bottom of the Pulp Friction from Motorworks Brewing, and haven't really talked much about the hops in this one. And it is a pretty hop-forward beer as well. It's, I think the hops may be having some effect on bringing some of that dryness to the beer. It has a very much late bittering hit. You get that initial bitterness from the grapefruit juice, just that sort of bitter, sort of slightly sour grapefruit flavor, and then on the finish of the beer, you get hit with this other sort of secondary, very spicy, almost peppery kind of bite that's coming from the hops, and it gives kind of an interesting profile to the beer, and it definitely aiding in sort of evening out the beer, maybe making it less of a sweet kind of beer. It's giving it a lot more balance, I think, the hops in this. So that's one very nice interesting thing that I'm getting from this really thinking about the tasting on this. This was the last time I drank this. I was just enjoying it, wasn't really thinking too seriously about it. Yeah, and as well as it warms up, I'm getting more of that sort of hop spiciness to it. It's weird. It's got a very spicy hop profile to it, which is nice. So let's go ahead and wrap up this review as I'm getting down to the end of the glass here. Not much left to talk about. So the Pulp Friction from Motorworks Brewing out of Bradenton, Florida. Yeah, really awesome beer. Really love this one. Definitely a grapefruit forward beer. So if that's something that you like, something you enjoy, then this would definitely be something up your alley. But as I said, it also has a bit of a very interesting hop profile. It's bringing in some spiciness. It's helped sort of balance out the beer, maybe make it a little less cloying, a little more evened out. So it's a really interesting beer. I like this beer a lot. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I like this beer a whole lot. As I said, I've had it before. I'll buy it again. Excellent beer, and I definitely would say check this one out if you are definitely in the Central Florida area, or the Florida, anywhere in Florida. Pretty much, I would imagine you can get this beer. And if you're happen to see it out of Florida, definitely I can recommend it. That's it, 9 out of 10. Pulp Friction from Motorworks Brewing. Thank you for watching this episode of the Craft Beer Geek. I am Wes, the Craft Beer Geek. Please drink responsibly. If you like this review, you can find lots more over at craftbeergeek.com. All my reviews get posted there and they're listed by brewery as well as by beer style. So if you want to see other IPAs I've done before, any other Motorworks Brewing beers, even though I think this is the first one I have reviewed here on the channel, and I'm sure there will be more to come, they will all get posted there over at craftbeergeek.com. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or great night. We'll see you again real soon. Cheers.